Hey everybody, Mike B here with another Helmets of the World video. Today we've got the Slovakian ASR-97 Kevlar or composite helmet. Now, there's not really a lot of information about these kind of out and about on the internet that I've found. Even though I have some that I'm selling in my store currently, and they're available elsewhere too, and they're being sold as Czech helmets, and they're not. Czech Republic and Slovakia are two different countries. They split up in 1993, and so you've got the Czech Republic and Slovakia. This is a Slovakian helmet. The Czechs were using, I'm pretty sure, the Schubert B826 or some variant of that. So this is a standalone design that was used by Slovakian forces who were not a part of NATO until 2004, but were still involved in other things around the world, and kind of they had a desert camouflage pattern, so that means that they were intending to go to other places in the world, and they would be wearing this helmet. Now, what's really interesting about this is it's a rather, sorry about the squeaking styrofoam, it's kind of a cool design. Like, you look at it from the front, there's what it looks like, and you've got the some of these have the Slovakian crest right there, and it's just kind of, it looks like it's stenciled like the World War II Italian helmets. It looks like it's actually stenciled on there. It might be a decal, like a wet transfer decal, but it looks like a stencil, which is pretty sweet. And then you've got these screws right here, which you can see there was a cloth cover of some sort on this particular one at some point, and it was held on by these screws. So maybe the covers were not that great, and they had to be held on that way. So when you turn it to the side, the profile is pretty cool. It looks sort of like a Pasget, you know. It's got the defined gradual slope going on there. But it's still its own style. It's a really wide helmet, and you got this really big rubber rim on it. I have not ballistically tested one of these as the time of me making this video, but I intend to do that very soon. And I don't know how that's going to perform, but I'm pretty hopeful that it'll do pretty well, since it was designed and implemented in 1997. As far as them still using these, I don't believe they're using these anymore. I've seen pictures of them recently in Afghanistan and some other places, and it didn't seem like they were using these. So they might have used these right around the time that they joined NATO in 2004. Again, there's not a lot out about these. They're a really cool helmet to have, and as common as they are, everybody thinks they're something that they're actually not. Now, one thing I noticed about, I only got a handful of these to sell because they're kind of pricey for me to buy, but that's fine. I'll show you the liner really quick. So this one is actually a modified chin strap, and a lot of them have got like field modifications. Either the original chin strap broke or they didn't like it. And like this one, they just attached it themselves via that, because this isn't, the original chin strap for these are made out of this kind of black nylon material. Okay. And they're a 3-point chin strap like this, but they're just different. So this is a field modification. There's a few that are like that. You can see that this definitely looks like Kevlar with the kind of thatching pattern that it's very typical with Kevlar. It's about as thick as a Pasget or an ACH or whatever, and it's probably about, half an inch, around a half an inch thick. The weight is about the same as a Pasget, just a little bit bigger. So you can kind of see the overall, come on, stand up here. You can kind of see the overall shape from below. It's reminiscent of a Pasget, but it's still kind of got that Eastern European look to it, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, it's got the standard Riddell style with the sweatband and the adjustment up there that you can adjust the height of the helmet, and the chin strap's adjustable, or it was until this guy taped it. This is the one that I'm keeping for my collection, so this one's not going to be for sale, but I do have a couple left on the website at mikesmilitaria.com if you were interested in one of these. A little pricey, but it's kind of a sweet helmet. I think my supplier is out of them, so it was a short-lived thing, and I don't know really much else about this, honestly, than what you see. I wish somebody would write an article about it. It took me a lot of digging to find out that this is actually a Slovakian helmet, not a Czech helmet. So, yeah. Hope you enjoyed kind of watching this video and seeing the new addition to my collection. Kind of give you a close-up of the paint right there. Kind of crackling a little bit, and got the base layer under there. So this one's been used quite a bit. It's been set down a lot. You can see that. So, yeah, pretty cool stuff, guys. Anyway, if you got any questions, you can send them to the Facebook page, Mike B. Check that out. And if nothing else, just thanks for watching this video, and make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also become a supporter on my Patreon. It helps fund the channel since YouTube gives me the absolute worst ads possible, and I'm not really making a whole lot with ads right now. So Patreon helps fund the cost of doing business as far as like shooting helmets like this and going out and just doing shooting videos in general, educational videos, kind of fun stuff. Just helps fund the channel a little bit. Although I self-fund about 95% of it, Patreon helps to kind of offset those costs. So that little pitch has been given. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. I just appreciate you watching. And yeah, hopefully you learned something and learn what these are if you see one of these in the wild. These are retailing now. I think I've got these for like 130, I don't know, 150, 130 bucks, somewhere around there. They're not cheap, but now you know what they are, and if you're a helmet collector, you're going to want to get one. So, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll keep this video rather short, and we'll see you next time.